Hello guys, Kama here and welcome to my second 1cc of Darius Gaiden. This is the ABEINSY route and I find it to be somewhat easier than my first clear. If you want to watch my first clear, I will be putting a link in the description below. This is a survival-oriented run, so what I'm doing here is something that will be easy for beginners to apply for their attempts at getting a Darius Gaiden 1cc. Zones A and B are very easy, so I don't have a lot of things to say. Now it's time for the first boss, Golden Ogre. It can be tempting to speed kill him by trying to get close, but for this I'll just try to stay back to avoid taking any hits to my shield. Now we are off to Zone B. This is something I've done before in my previous clear, so it's going to be easy. The important thing is to make sure I get all of the shot upgrades so that I will have the wave shot when it's time to fight the boss. Sadly, this captain died before I could get the capture ball. It's always nice to be able to capture it because of the spread shot it provides. Now it's time for the Zone B boss, Ancient Dozer. This fight is going to be very quick as long as you have the wave shot. And there we go, now we are heading into Zone E, which is a stage that I have not cleared before. Like in the previous stage, it is very important to not miss any of the shot power-ups in Zone E, otherwise it is going to prolong the boss fight. And honestly, when that happens, I find it's better to just restart the run. Now for the captain, I just dodge the shots and go underneath it and then just kill it quick afterwards. I've been a bit reckless, so I had to use a bomb in order to not lose my shield. And now we are going to get the last shot power up for this stage and also the secret extend. One thing I've learned is that the shots with the blue orbs are the ones that give off the best DPS, and that is what will make the upcoming boss fight very easy. This is Electric Fan. For the first pattern, you just need to do a C-shaped movement and then cut back. And once it starts to suck you in, just point blank it and the fight will be over in no time. And there we go, easy job done. Now it's time for Zone I. Now Zone I has a lot of obstacles, so the best thing to do here is use the terrain for cover while using your shot to kill whatever is behind that cover. I lost my shield, so I'm bombing once for safety because it will still be a while before I get another shield pick up. Again, use the terrain to destroy the enemies while being safe at the same time. Be sure to watch out for this guy that shows up from the bottom. I still haven't figured out how to avoid getting hit, so I lose 2 shield hit points there. Now we're on to the final stretch of the stage, and it will get a bit messy near the end. These knockos can be troublesome, so I just use a bomb. And then we're onto the boss fight. This is Prickly Angler, and this is one of my favorite boss fights because I had to learn it all on my own. For the first phase, I just stay below the crest to avoid the lasers. Now I go to the upper right of the screen, and then down. I go back to the top, and then down again to stay below the crest. Again, go to the upper right and down. Now for the second phase, I listen to the sound cue so that I'll know when the blue lasers are coming out. And there goes my last bomb. Ideally, I should still have a bomb to use, but I don't, so I get hit and lose a life. But nonetheless, it's always a fun boss fight and we are off to Zone N. Now, Zone N is probably my least favorite stage in this route, mainly because of the visual clutter everywhere. For this captain, just run it around in circles and it shouldn't be a problem. Now this is where it gets messy. Some enemy bullets can be destroyed, but most of them need to be dodged. If things get too hectic, I just use a bomb for safety rather than risk losing my shield. I think one of the challenges for beginners in Darius Gaiden is knowing when to not bomb. Sometimes it might be better off to hold on to a bomb if your shield can take a few hits and you know that there is an incoming shield pickup. But the bottom line is that you need to make the most of your bombs and never die while you have a bomb that you can use. Next will be an asteroid rush and a bomb item pickup. Now we are going against the Zone N version of Double Dealer. We have the wave level 3 shot with the blue orbs, so our DPS is very high, which will help a lot in defeating this boss. And just like that, the fight is over. We are now heading to Zone S, where we will be getting another extend. Like Zone I, it's best to use the terrain to your advantage. Hide behind cover and fire your wave shot through to kill the enemies. Now my shield is gone, and this is where it gets a bit intense as I try to survive until the next shield pickup. Luckily, I made it to the shield pickup without getting hit, and now it's time to get the secret extend, which you can get by hitting the corner of this ruined building. Now it's time for the boss fight, which is the Zone S version of Deadly Crescent. I don't have any more bombs, so I have to be careful. But based on my practice runs, if I can start Zone Y with at least 2 extra lives, I pretty much have the clear guaranteed. Most of his patterns are very easy to dodge, except for the upcoming one which I used to just bomb during my practice runs. So I lose a life, but the fight is over and we are off to Zone Y, the final stage. It's good to be starting the stage with extra bombs so I have something to defend myself with until I can get a shield pickup. Again, I use the terrain to my advantage. This section is very easy and should be smooth sailing. As you can see, there are barely any huge threats in this stage. We just need to be careful not to crash into anything. Once the captain shows up, I just use a bomb to get rid of it quick. Again, some more easy cruising and we will soon reach the end of the stage. It's funny how I avoided this shot power up. I must have been stuck in that mindset where I'm trying to avoid any more shot power ups to stop my rank from going up. I used a lot of bombs here because the very least I need coming into this stage was 2 extra lives. So as of now, I still have more than enough resources to get the clear. And now we're facing off with Odious Trident, the final boss. What makes this boss fight easy is that you can always hit its weak spot in the front. Just bait him into doing his dash attack and move out of the way. And then dodge the second beam. Now the next few patterns are going to be pretty fast, so I just try to dodge as best as I can. And after I lose a life, it's all about using bombs to finish the fight. And there we have it. I have 1 extra bomb and 1 extra life that will contribute to the endgame bonus. Again, I find this easier than the V-route clear I did, so if you're a beginner to Darius Gaiden, I would highly recommend doing this route. If you like this kind of content, please consider giving a like and subscribing, and let me know what you think in the comments section. This has been Kama, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.